Perhaps then I should have learned some tricks to hold to begin to get tired of me.
I shall never do that. Tricks or no tricks.
Oh, yes, you will one day. People always do. This complete loveliness will fade. And we shall forget what it was like.
Edith, don't.
Oh, it's bound to. Just a few years and the guilt wears off the gingerbread.
Darling, answer me one thing, truthfully. Have you ever seen gingerbread with guilt on it?
Fool.
Then the whole argument is disposed of. Anyway, look at Father and Mother. They're perfectly happy and always have been.
Well, yes, but they had a better chance in the beginning. Things weren't changing so swiftly and life wasn't so restless.
How long do you give us?
I don't know. Oh, and Edward, I don't care. This is our moment, complete and heavenly. I'm not afraid of anything. This is our own, forever.
It'll be 10 o'clock before we get to London.
We're held up by many more troop trains. It'll be tomorrow morning.
Oh, or next week. May I see your paper, Robert?
Hmm? Oh, of course, my dear.
Nothing. Oh, thought that awful journey was never going to end.
Oh! Oh, it was awful, wasn't it?
Oh. Come on, Margaret, help me with these abominable things.
Mm-hmm.
What fools we were to start back without making sure of the servants.
Well, anyway, it's much better to be here in London, if anything is going to happen.
It's going to happen, all right.
This is a lark, isn't it? Oh, I put the bags up. Hello, spring cleaning?
Where's your father?
Oh, groping about in the cellar like an angry old beetle. He wants a drink.
Here, here. So do I. Well, I better go and see if I can find some biscuits or something.
Cigarette?
Oh, thank you, Joe.
Pretty thrilling, isn't it?
Just a bit too thrilling, my dear.
Oh, right on, Margaret. It's absolutely marvelous. Passing all those supply trains and guns, being pushed aside to make way for the troops, and the crowds waiting for something to happen. Oh, it was wonderful.
Jane's howling for you in the kitchen, Margaret.
All right.
Well, I can't find anything but Huck. We had to drink to Germany's downfall in their own damn wine.
I rather like Germans, don't you, Father?
Enormously. Give me a hand, Joey.
If there is a war, how long do you think it'll last?
Oh, 3 months at the outside.
We shall win.
We shall win.
Perhaps it'll last 6 months.
Economically impossible. Have you any idea what a war costs?
Hell of a lot, I suppose.
A hell of a lot. The Germans can afford it even less than we can. Then there's Russia.
Good old Russia.
And France, and Italy, and America.
Japan, China, Nicaragua, Guatemala. Oh, why, we got them licked before we start.
Don't be silly, Joey.
Sorry. What's the time? Nearly 12. Is that right?
Well, it ought to be. Hasn't varied a minute in the past 10 years.
It's all happening now.
Sort of a miracle, it's all happened.
Are you glad you left the army or not?
Absolutely delighted.
Will you go back again?
I expect so.
How do you feel about that?
Absolutely delighted.
I suppose I ought to do something about it, too.
You want to?
Terribly.
Why?
I don't know. I wish Edward hadn't been drowned. We could have started off together.
Don't be too impulsive and patriotic and dashing, Joey. Think of your mother. Think of me, too.
It's awesome.
All is beneficial. Be all faithful. All is beneficial. All is beneficial. Be all...
My dears, we're at war with Germany.
No. Listen, listen.
Very hot, isn't it?
Don't look sad, Mum. It won't last long. Father says it can't possibly. And it's terribly exciting.
I feel rather tired.
Here, Mum, dear. Have a nice sozzle. We all ought to get drunk, really, and go roaring about the streets.
Edward missed this anyhow. At least he died when he was happy, before the world broke over his head.
Jane, darling, we've had wars before without the world breaking.
My world isn't very big. Drink to the war, then. I'm not going to. I can't. Rule Britannia. Send us victorious, happy and glorious. Drink, Joey. You're only a baby still, but you're old enough for war. Drink as the Germans are doing tonight. To victory and defeat and stupid, tragic sorrow, but don't ask me to sleep.
Recruiting songs again. You can't get away from them anywhere in London. Oh, they give me rather a thrill. The girls give me a thrill. I'll bet that little dark one sung her share of fellas into the war.
By George, I'm excited. Final leave off to France Saturday.
Marvelous. Marvelously marvelous.
Oh, good Lord, Angel, do you mean to say you don't want to get back? Seriously, don't you feel pretty marvelous?
I feel pretty thirsty. Well, that's easily remedied. Waiter. Some more wine. Ah.
Well, there's a bit of luck the war coming when it did. I was properly fed up with Oxford.
Oxford? I was just